South Dakota woke up after a snowfall to find human footprints leading to the door of their house. No person in sight.
This drawing leaked from the Epstein files, and it finally shows that the real Britney Spears has disappeared.
Whatever they're about to disclose to the public on March 6th, just remember what I said. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear.
What's that? Oh, somebody just came out talking about how when they were a child that they survived a Rothschild hunting party.
Let's freaking go, y'all. Welcome back to Unreal Reality, guys. Today, we'll be reacting to creepy and mysterious TikToks that'll give you goosebumps. If anyone's new out there, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button so this video gets recommended to others. And with that out of the way, let's jump right into it.
A couple in South Dakota woke up after a snowfall to find human footprints leading to the door of their house. No person in sight. Upon further investigation, the woman who lives at this house realized these footprints were pointing in opposite directions, not two footprints of someone coming up to the house and then walking away. One foot pointing towards her house, while the other footprint points away from her house. Not creeped out enough? These aren't shoe prints. These are bare human footprints. He then decides to follow these weird footprints and see where they go. If you're thinking maybe don't do that, it's too late. She done did it.
Look at the footprints. They go each direction.
A lot of things going on as she's following these tracks, recording the footprints as she goes. Sometimes there'll be like some deer tracks kind of intermingled along with these footprints. These footprints, again, one pointing one direction, the other foot pointing the opposite direction, will be spaced out pretty far. So they'll be really close together and there's no animal tracks anywhere around. Call me crazy, but about halfway through, I swear one of those feet starts to look like a paw print, while the other one still looks like a bare footprint. Don't know what that is. For a little bit, it looks like it's just 1 foot in the snow. Again, I don't know what these things are. To surprise absolutely no one, these people live out in the woods. As creepily as it all begins, she's literally following this to the very last footprint.
No, thank you.
And this is where they end.
Also, very obviously like a flurry of like animal activity. You can see all these other little trails crisscrossing. None of those are footprints. This is the last footprint. At the very top of the screen, we're at the tree line. Looks like about like a 15-foot space between the last footprint, followed by a flurry of like animal tracks, and then the woods. And then she turns around one more time to then show you this whole track leading up to the door of her house. Maybe don't visit South Dakota.
Yeah, no. If footprints show up backwards, I'm keeping my ass inside and calling no one. Those aren't tracks. That's a glitch.
This drawing leaked from the Epstein files, and it finally shows that the real Britney Spears has disappeared. In the most recent documents, Britney's name appears almost 10 times, and on this leaked drawing, you can clearly recognize the singer Britney Spears. But here's the big problem. Her name shows up in the files starting when she was only 13. I don't need to explain what that means. Whatever she went through with Jeffrey Epstein traumatized her for life, and it could partly explain her strange behavior in all the videos she films of herself. But she's not the only one who went through that. For Justin Bieber, it's even worse. His name appears way more times than Britney's, and if you remember in his Yummy music video, you can see a white and blue plate, the exact same colors as Jeffrey Epstein's house. There's no way that's just a coincidence. And when he released the Yummy video, he suddenly posted a bunch of his baby pictures. That's strange. And look closely here. The words Yummy are written in the shape of a pizza, and Justin Bieber himself posted this image 7 years ago. And now that we know the truth, pizza actually means boy. Justin was trying to show us what he lived through. Now listen closely to this part of the lyrics in his Yummy clip.
Lost control of myself, I'm compromised. You're incriminating, no disguise.
And this is the state Justin was really in. The producers found him crying and completely devastated. It must have been incredibly hard to sneak that message into his own music video because of all the trauma and the horrifying nights he lived through. Experiencing something like that so young, they were never prepared for what was coming.
The problem isn't one detail. It's how many details stack on top of each other. I'm not saying it's proof, but when patterns keep repeating, people start asking questions.
So I'm absolutely convinced that they're messing with time, okay? Let me show you something. I set this clock when the time changed. I had to move it back, right? So it's 11:45, almost 46, right? Now, let me show you something.
I've been saying this.
These clocks I set to the same time, 11:45, almost 46. But when I look at the time on my iPhone, let me see if I, here, use my other phone. Look at this. 23:52. 7 minutes off. And that's within a matter of 6 months. Look at this. 45, 45, 45. Why would I go out of my way to set all these 7 minutes off? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. 52. I would do it, maybe 10 minutes, but I would do it ahead.
Ahead of time.
Why would I want to be late everywhere I go?
Right.
Answer me that.
If this was a movie, this would be the moment in time where they say the simulation hiccuped. That's not time moving, that's time desynchronizing.
Yeah. So it's this theory that when we be on our phones, it be flashing for some reason and scanning our brains or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But I just seen it. Look at that. I just seen it. And I'm live at work right now and I just seen it. That's so crazy to me. What is that?
A game?
Hold on.
Or not.
What is that?
Strange.
I don't know what that is. We be on our phones and it just be flashing in our face if we can't see it. This is wild, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I can't call it. What do y'all think? Is the phone scanning his brain, or is he just playing a video game? Drop your comments down below.
Superpowers science can't explain. Natural short sleepers just need 4 hours of sleep each night. Lucky. Synesthesia, hear sounds and see them as floating colors. Myostatin mutation, you build muscle and strength way faster than other people. Hyperthymesia, remember almost every day of their life with shocking detail. Super tasters, taste flavors far more intensely than the average person. Fa deficiency, never feel pain. Tetrachromacy, see 100 million more colors than any person. Super recognizers, spot and remember faces forever. Sounds horrible. And high bone density. Bones are almost impossible to break.
AKA the X-Men and Avengers in real life. These aren't superpowers. These are reminders that the system allows for variations.
What the heck is going on here? Oh, other than this astronaut very oddly using this tool. Looks like me trying to look busy when the boss is about to walk by. Steve, America and their $3 billion are watching. Look busy. So have you seen this video of the supposed spacewalk from the ISS?
Yes.
Notice anything specifically strange about it?
Yes.
Why are we hearing sound? So, as many are aware, there is no sound in space because space is mostly a vacuum lacking the air molecules required for sound waves to travel, making it silent to the human ear. So then why are we hearing what sounds like ambient sounds coming from the ISS spacewalk?
Great
Now,
question.
what it wants us to believe is that what we're actually hearing is conducted vibrations from within the spacesuit or space station structure. But the AI response also admitted that yes, audio is frequently added or enhanced in post-production for NASA's videos. And as many of you know from my previous videos, NASA appears to use post-production a lot in its videos, as it also admitted here, saying that yes, NASA uses computer-generated imagery or CGI. So obviously, yes, NASA's going to doctor up videos a bit before releasing them. But again, as shown in many of my previous videos, why do they require a green screen when shown to be on the space station? And why would they need to add sound to a spacewalk?
I mean, if that tool isn't engaging with anything, what the hell are we even watching? This feels less like raw footage and more like a presentation.
Whatever they're about to disclose to the public on March 6th, just remember what I said. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. Or apparently, March 6th is going to be Alien Disclosure Day. Supposedly, allegedly, the information that they have about non-human intelligence is about to go public. Not rumors, not grainy footage. We're talking about actual acknowledgement. But here's the twist. The people talking aren't saying the goal is just to admit aliens exist. They're saying that that's not even the point. So the theory is this disclosure isn't about curiosity. It's about destabilization. You drop information that rewrites humanity's understanding of reality. You confirm we're not alone. You admit that advanced tech has been hidden. And then what happens next? Panic, distrust, collapse of faith in current situations. Now think about this. If the government knew this whole time, why would they lie about it? And then you gotta ask yourself this. President Obama just mentioned on a podcast that aliens were real. Then our president, right after that, just said that he's gonna release alien files. How about that? And again, I ask you, what else did they lie about? Energy, defense, medicine. Now, when people start asking who's protecting us, now you implement the new system. Now, this is what the disclosure is about. The implementation of a new system, a new structure, global coordination framework. Not called the government, called something else, but it's gonna function the same way, allegedly. Think about the psychology. Step 1, reveal something bigger than borders. Step 2, make existing systems look outdated. Step 3, offer a centralized solution for humanity. Disclosure. So now the narrative shifts from nations to species, from countries to planets. Now, I'm not saying that aliens will be landing here on March 6th. I'm saying if the disclosure happens, watch out for what follows. Pay attention to what follows. I'm out.
Anytime everyone's told to look up, I'm curious what's happening off screen. Distractions don't have to be fake, guys. They just have to be louder.
What's that? Oh, somebody just came out talking about how when they were a child that they survived a Rothschild hunting party. What? Tell me more! Yeah, this woman just came out talking about when she was a child, she was able to survive a hunting party done by the Rothschilds. She said what happened is she was taken away as a young child and she was put in a cage underground until the hunt began. They would wait till particular days and then they would let these children out of their cages and then they would tell them to go ahead and run and hide whilst the certain people surrounded the area, the perimeter, and then started their hunt. She said it was super dark when they let him out, and when she was able to run, she actually found a tree and scaled it up high enough to where she wasn't able to be seen. And she stayed there for quite some time until this supposed hunting party diminished. She was then climbed down from the tree and was able to leave the premises, thus surviving the incident.
It's interesting how often these stories mirror dystopian fiction almost beat for beat. The idea for the Hunger Games didn't come out of thin air, y'all. I'm just saying.
If you're somebody that owns an iPhone, you might want to watch this video right now because a new security warning was just issued and it involves not only just your camera, but also your microphone. So does everybody obviously know about those green and orange and yellow little dots that are at the top of your iPhone? Apple obviously added that feature intentionally so that you would know whenever something is recording you. But actually, these researchers just discovered that a new spyware that's called Predator can now completely turn them off. And here's where the entire thing gets scary because the spyware doesn't need you to click on anything at all. It can infect your phone with zero interaction whatsoever. And the company behind it, by the way, is called Intellexa, and they've already been sanctioned by the US government for using it to spy on journalists and political activists. But that's not even the worst part, by the way, because once it's on your device, your phone will actually work completely normally. Apps will open, notifications will come through, nothing looks wrong whatsoever. But basically, somebody can be watching you through your camera and listening to you through your microphone without you ever even knowing. Dude, the only thing that they're saying would stop this is a full reboot, so you would have to restart your phone at least once a week to make sure it's not on. And then they're saying that the latest iOS update fixes this security flaw, so to update your iOS to the latest one.
Oh, those aren't bugs. Those are built-in blind spots. If that piece of tech didn't scare you, this next one surely will. Enter card skimmers.
What happened? What are you doing? Oh, snap.
You know what this is, right? This is illegal.
Give me a second.
That's illegal.
This one is the overlay that captures the data when you type in your button.
I remember yesterday I told y'all somebody stole all my bank
This is crazy, guys.
Right here. Right here. I went to the store.
Give it to your manager.
Oh my god.
Wild.
Yeah, be careful, y'all. Look. You see that shit?
There's a skimmer.
There's a scammer on the thing that he just wiped.
Somebody know what's going on.
And now somebody has some card information.
Take a on the card reader.
Terrifying.
They're trying to get your info.
Oh, it's not fiction. These devices, they're hiding in plain sight. A swipe here, a skim there, and suddenly your data isn't yours anymore.
We remember small things like being in a shower with Dave.
All right, Bob Saget has a new book
Uncle
out
Joey.
saying that he did a lot of inappropriate jokes. Do you remember the jokes when you were on set?
They were very inappropriate. We probably couldn't even talk about it.
I bet.
What's your earliest memory of that?
There's quite a few. I'm not sure if they're memories or old footage.
Right.
Now, when they mentioned the name Dave there, I'm assuming they mean Uncle Joey from the show. The fact they were in a shower with him, given their age, and the fact they described it as inappropriate, come on, does that not raise red flags? Then you take a look at how these guys have turned out. A very common theme with child actors in Hollywood. They all seem to be battling some invisible issues below the surface, considering these people had the world at their feet and was inducted into fame and fortune from such a young age. And I wonder why that industry is such a poison chalice.
Like, who failed them? You know what I'm saying? Remember, guys, power, fame, and silence often protect the wrong people. It's not just a question of who did it, it's who allowed it to happen.
This is the first time in human history bananas are shipped across the world, pumped with ethylene gas, labeled organic, and people are actually buying it. For effectively 100% of bananas at the grocery store, they are harvested pre-ripe in tropical climates, shipped green under cold conditions so they cannot ripen naturally in transit, then finally at the destination pumped with ethylene gas in a temperature-controlled room. 99% of exported bananas are also of a single variety, the Cavendish. This reveals
Even
a deeper
bananas.
issue with the industrialized monoculture system. The Cavendish was selected for disease resistance and logistics as it could stay green for weeks after harvest, which is ideal for the long shipments and having high yields that look good in grocery stores. This reveals what many see as a hole in the organic labeling as consumers pay premium prices for organic bananas
Crazy.
while remaining unaware that these fruits undergo the same artificial gas ripening process as conventional. Shifting to local and seasonal fruits supports our domestic food system and aligns with circadian biology and ancestral health.
AKA, bananas don't ripen naturally anymore, but we're still paying for the story. What we call organic might not be what we think it is.
Flights that don't make sense, part 2. This time, let's try going from Argentina to India. We should be stopping off probably there, South Africa maybe, and then going up to India. I guess that would be the straightest path. Let's see what Google has to say. So right here, I've got Argentina to Mumbai, India, and I'm going to hit search. There we go. One stop. See the route. So from Argentina to Amsterdam, okay, and then from Amsterdam to India. Let's go back to the map. Okay, so Google's quickest and most logical path is from Argentina all the way up through Europe and then back down to India. Instead of going like that, we're going like that. I wonder why. Let's check the other map. All right, we're back at the Gleason's map. We've got Argentina here, Europe here, India here. So we're going here through Amsterdam to India, straight line, once again.
Now, hold on a second. I'm not saying I believe the earth is flat. I'm just saying this is weird. If any of y'all out there can explain it, I'm all ears. Drop your comments down below.
No one has any clue what it is.
What the? Shut up! What is that?
I'm trying to make sense of it myself.
What is that, bro?
Got me.
Something's going on over
Is that
there.
some sort of... That's not a foam finger that got caught up in the rainstorm, is it?
No way.
No.
No way. Come!
It looks like a giant ice cube you might have pulled out of your fridge.
Not AI. By the way.
Head groundskeeper Patrick Coakley, otherwise known as Irish, has come to scoop it up. Still have no clue what the unidentified object may be.
What?
Is it a big wisp of cotton candy that flew off the roof?
I don't think so.
Doubt that.
Patrick's struggling to contain it. It's trying to float away.
Something's going on at that baseball game, guys. That thing came out of nowhere. People are saying that it's a cloud that fell from the sky. Right? That's what it kind of looks like. Other people are saying that it's a big ball of cotton. Who knows where it came from, right? Other people are saying that that's a shapeshifter. Because they could turn into a shape and then... Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purposes. I don't know what the hell is going on at that baseball game, but that thing came out of nowhere and they don't know what it is and everybody's still trying to figure it out. Shh. Shut up. Listen. I told you guys, this is nothing. There's going to be more things coming out of nowhere. Who knows where it came from? From the sky? From a different dimension? Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game. I ain't got you. Know what it is. Shh. Shut up. But I tell you one thing. If I'm ever at a baseball game and one of those things come floating out of nowhere, I'm going home. I'm out of here.
So the fans saw it, the players saw it, but no one has any answers. This isn't just strange, this is quite literally unexplainable.
What if you've never actually experienced your own death? There's a theory called quantum immortality that says every time you should die, you don't. Here's how it works. Every life or death moment splits reality. In one version, you die, in another, you survive. Both timelines exist.
Wow.
But you can only be conscious in the version where you're still alive. So from your perspective, you always make it. That car that almost hit you, that surgery that barely worked, that moment that statistically should have ended you, maybe in another timeline it did. But the disturbing part is you would never know. Your awareness would automatically shift into the branch where you survived over and over again. Meaning you might already be the version of yourself that beat impossible odds multiple times, while other versions didn't. You're not lucky, you're just the one that kept continuing. And if that's true, how many times have you already died somewhere else? As always, stay weird.
Yeah, so you think you're lucky, but maybe you're just the version that survived. Quantum immortality is not comforting. If anything, it's quietly unsettling.
They're using AI to slip adverts into shows that you're already watching and you wouldn't even know. The actors in the show will do the adverts unknowingly. Check this out. Look, this is Suits. Normal show, everything's working as normal. He's coming out to jump in the car, and then suddenly an ad break hits. AI generates the advert, different for everyone. This one's a Coca-Cola advert, takes you over to Coca-Cola, and then it just seamlessly goes on with the show. The actors themselves in the shows are going to be the people presenting the products that the advertisers want. Every person gets a different advert depending on their own selected advertising. Old shows like Friends, an ad break shows up. Suddenly, Joey reaches down and grabs a Beats by Dre headphones, and then you can go over and click on it.
Wow.
They're seamlessly adding these products in and even having the actors showcase them, and they don't need to bring the actors in. It's just going to be seamless.
Yikes. The lines between narrative and marketing are about to vanish. When the story sells the product, who's really controlling the attention?
I think the U.S. government probably has unlocked 0 point or close to 0 point energy, which would be pulling energy out of the vacuum. We have inventors that have done that over and over and over.
And they're making energy out of apparently nothing.
Well, we could start with, there's a man named Charles Pogue, who in the 30s tinkered with his carburetor and was able to get 200 miles a gallon. He's proven. It was engineers, investigated, scientists. It's totally proven. It worked. He was going to be a zillionaire or whatever. He's going to transform society. And the problem was, once the news of his engine got out, the oil stocks crashed. They just crashed. So the oil industry lobbied the U.S. government, we have to do something about this. And in 1951, the Invention Secrecy Act was passed. So now, if you patent any device that is more than 20% efficient, that's instantly classified. That is now a state secret. It's vital to national security. You can't talk about it. You can't build it, and you can't sell it unless you sell it to the U.S. military. You cannot do it. That went on for a while. And there was a man named Tom Ogle, and Tom is this is the 70s now. He accidentally rewires his lawnmower engine to take the exhaust and pump it back into the carburetor. And this thing runs on a gallon of gas for 78 hours or something like that. So he reconfigures his car. It's like a 1976 Ford Galaxy, like a boat. And he's getting 200 miles to the gallon on the thing. He's offered $1 billion from an oil-producing country. Shell Oil offers him $25 million for the patent that he considers, but they're going to shelve it. So he says no.
Well,
it's considered maybe one of the biggest inventions of the century. Suddenly, Tom, without a history of drug use, stumbles out of a bar. And that's the end of Tom Ogle's story. And that all disappears. All that research goes away.
Wow.
And this repeats over and over and over again till we get to Stanley Meyer. And you might remember Stanley Meyer and the water car. This is the 1990s now. So now we have a vehicle that we're not even talking about fossil fuels and protecting a multi-trillion-dollar industry. We've got a car that runs on water using electrolysis, which has been around since the 1700s. But electrolysis requires a lot of energy and perfect water without impurities. But Stanley's figured out how to take tap water, put it into his car, and run his car on water. And what it does is splits the water into hydrogen, oxygen, runs on hydrogen. Hydrogen is a fuel. It works. And it works. And he drives it all over the place. It's all over the news. Engineers look at it. They say, this is the invention of the century. This changes everything. He's offered $1 billion and millions of dollars, and everyone wants his engine. And he's sitting at, he's sitting at a Cracker Barrel with his brother and some investors, and they raise a glass to toast new investment to go into the future, and they take their toast, and Stanley suddenly doesn't feel well. He runs outside, he starts vomiting.
And he mysteriously passes away. Water-powered cars, hyper-efficient engines, and yet none of it reached the masses. Maybe the biggest invention of the century is one we don't even know about.
This is not Jeff Bezos. This is an imposter. He looks nothing like him. He sounds nothing like him. Of course, he's deeply involved with the government. We'll be right back.
It is committed to supporting national security to, through, and from space. The systems we're building today provide the asymmetrical advantages that America needs to lead. Every system we deliver.
Sorry about that low quality audio. People keep putting like dumb sounds over people speaking, so it makes it difficult to hear them. I assure you, I have both versions. It did not affect his voice. You can go watch it yourself. Now listen to him speak right here, not too long ago.
Modern AI is a horizontal enabling layer. It can be used to improve everything.
Back to Exhibit A.
Agree.
Not even close.
Blue Origin is committed to supporting national security.
People noticed when I saw that video right at the bat, it was not him. I mean, look at this. And of course, the Bezos that we know. For instance, his left ear had a significant flop. His face was much longer. No ear flop. So who the heck is this? People are being replaced at astonishing frequencies. And don't give me the age or the plastic surgery. It doesn't change your skull shape.
Yeah, he's right. That's not aging. That's different. Is it that far of a stretch to think that this guy is just so loaded he hired a doppelganger to deal with all the shit he didn't want to deal with? I'm just saying, guys.
She heard a man crying in her shower, but when she went to check, this happens. A woman from France named Rosanna uploaded a terrifying video. While home alone, she begins to hear the echoing cries of a whimpering man somewhere in the house. As she goes toward the source, she finds it's coming from the bathroom. The whimpering cries of this man seem to be coming from directly inside the bathroom, as it can be heard moving around.
Open the door.
Knowing she's all alone, she decides to go inside and see who's in there when she sees this.
Stupid. What? Weird. Super weird. I don't think I would have even walked in there knowing that I was alone. That's crazy.
As soon as she opens the door, she finds the shower handle is on the floor and the shower doors are open. Clear signs that someone or something was in there. but she didn't notice. Right as she opened the bathroom door and turned on the lights inside the shower, through the camera we can see what looks like this black mass suddenly dissolve. Rosanna looks in there, but she doesn't find anyone, nor anywhere where this thing could be hiding. Given Rosanna's haunted documentations while living in that house, she believes what she saw through the camera is the entity haunting her home. As always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
Oh, hell no. Fuck that noise. I'd have this home listed for sale that night. This is one of those things that you can't explain, but also can't ignore. So that's all I got for this one. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Smash that like and subscribe button. Fam, the members group is open. Come join. The Instagram is live. Come join, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.